All right, today we got a special guest. We're going to talk with Lindsay. She is born and raised in Alaska, and she's been living the van life for a few years now. So we're going to go ahead and say hi to Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Lindsay. I've been living full-time in this Chevy Express for 3 years. It's a Chevy Express 3500 15-passenger van, and I'm super pleased with it. I built it out myself in 2017. It took me about 33 days to build, and I was in a real big rush to get down to Alcan that winter. I left on December 3rd of 2017, and I've been on the road ever since, going back out to Alaska in the summer to work my business as a body painter. And I work the whole festival circuit, and then I leave for the winter time and travel in this.
All right. So things got changed up this year, obviously, with the state of affairs, with our pandemic situation. Alaska didn't happen. Tell me how that was a challenge for you and how things have been working out.
Yeah, this year was a little bit of a struggle. I was planning a van life gathering in Alaska called Vanstock, and it was in full motion. Everything was booked and tickets were sold, and then COVID happened, unfortunately, and that kind of put a halt on the gathering as well as my own business. Due to the border closures, I wasn't able to go back home to Alaska this year at all. So I had to restructure everything and kind of look outside of the box, search for jobs. Luckily, I'm working with a friend down here in the Pacific Northwest and have just been working full time, trying to make ends meet instead of doing my own business. It's pretty outside of my comfort zone, but I'm really fortunate that I have this opportunity, and I'm excited for next year and moving forward with 2021 with Vanstock.
I can say I'm very impressed. I met you, I think it's been a few years now at RTR in Arizona. And I was surprised to see you up here in the Northwest washing boats, working your butt off out in the sun.
Yeah.
Very impressive that you're doing what you need to do to make ends meet. And, you've overcome the difficulties of not being able to do your normal festival thing. So kudos to you on that. And that's awesome.
Thank you.
So let's want to check out your van a little bit.
Yeah,
Show us what you did to it.
For sure. So these tiles down here, I actually just installed these a couple days ago, and I got them in Mexico, and I spent the winter down in Baja a year ago, exactly the winter of 2018-2019.
Beautiful.
And so this is kind of my living space. I have my Dometic fridge here. I absolutely love it. I lived a year and a half without electricity at all, because I only had enough money to start my van build and just get the structures built. So I saved for that extra year, and then I installed solar. And so I have the fridge over here. I have these marine lights that they're touch and they're brighten and dimmable, which is really handy. And I was waiting so long to find those, and then I eventually saw someone else. I was like, oh, where did you get those? I need them. And then this is my little kitchen area. I have just like oils and some cash and pictures and stuff in there. I normally have my fruit here. Right now it's just kind of vitamins and odds and ends. I keep my food in these two cabinets. And then in here is my water storage and my foot pump. So I can just stick my foot in there and have... I just refilled the water, so it's a little gurgly.
Nice.
But yeah, I have my sink. And I was super happy about this. I was like, I need somewhere to put my toothbrush. So that was kind of nice to just suction cup it to the window.
How about a stove?
The stove is just a Coleman 2-burner portable stove. I keep that under the bed, pull it out, and then this flips up right here.
Okay.
And I cook here and chop stuff and sit on my bookshelf to kind of move around as least as possible when I'm trying to cook in this area.
Nice.
And then I have a full-size bed.
Yeah, you want to trade places?
Yes.
Okay. And I noticed you've got your front seat that turns around. That's handy.
The swivel seat was awesome. I also lived a year and a half without that. And I remember the day that I got the swivel seat, which it was such an ordeal to get to Alaska. If you're up in Alaska and trying to build a van, it might be better just to install it when you get down the lower 48, because it was crazy to get it up there. But that night after I installed it, I had dreams that my van was a cathedral, and it was huge and had these pillars, and there was so much space in here. Just by switching the seat around, it felt so big. I had crazy dreams about it. And super handy. Love that.
So this bed is huge.
The bed is pretty big for the size of the van. I was going to have a twin size, but my partner at the time, he was like, please do not put a twin size bed in here, which I'm grateful for now. I think it's only about 4 inches less than a full-size bed in width, but it's super comfortable. I had my friend Josh come up and stay with me for 6 weeks. He's 6'2", and we both slept on here with his little dog. And it was a little cramped, but it worked. And this back space, I really wanted this area to be like a mobile art studio. And so this space mostly is filled with junk a lot of the time, honestly, but I can spread out and do art back there or have my art supplies just ready all the time, which was something really difficult when I lived in my house. All my art supplies were away, and I never wanted to do anything because I didn't have a designated space for them. So that's a nice area that I really like. And my closet back there, that was the hardest thing to build in the van by far. It took 3 full days to try to figure out how to get that curve against the window and fit it in that weird little corner, but I absolutely love it. And I knew that if I had to dig in drawers in the van, I would go crazy eventually. And then the back space is just a junk area. I have a lot of storage. Everything under the table and under the bed is storage. But for my business, I need tent and weights and all of my body painting supplies, a big trunk, lots of tables, stuff like that. So that's mostly everything in the van. I actually have little room for my own personal belongings. So in the future, I think I would upgrade to a step van and have a little bit more room and something square to build in. This was definitely very difficult, but luckily it's really served its purpose. I've gone a lot of places and have been able to park in normal parking spots. The low roof is nice. I can get in certain areas. I don't have to worry about hitting anything with the top of the roof. And the panoramic windows make it feel pretty big in here.
It really does. Very spacious. And it being an extended van, I can't believe how much space you have even behind your big bed.
Yeah, it was kind of an accident of getting the extended. I knew that I wanted a 2004 Chevy Express, but I ended up finding this passenger one with the extra seats. And when I bought it, it had 4 rows of 3-person seats in here, which is kind of crazy to think 15 tourists were in this van traveling around in Alaska. But the guy that I bought it from ended up being my neighbor, which was crazy. He had 7 of these, and he was a little weirded out why this young girl was so excited and ugly crying about buying this van. But I just wanted it for so long and knew that it was going to be the start of my new life.
So as far as your new life, what would you say was some of the reasons? A lot of people, for Alaska is a destination place, but you being born and raised there, can you tell us a little bit about what you were kind of hoping and dreaming about as far as leaving?
That is a really good point. And Alaska is absolutely beautiful. It's massive, breathtaking, super isolated, and I highly recommend everyone to go in the summer. In the wintertime is very intense. It depending on where you're at, if the farther north you are, the less sun you have. So I grew up in the South Central in the Palmer area, about 50 miles northeast of Anchorage. But if you're on the North Slope, the sun sets in October and doesn't rise until around April. And it's very dark. It's very cold. Where I'm from, there's about 3 to 4 hours of daylight in winter. It'll rise at 11 a.m. and set around 3:34 p.m. And over my entire lifespan, it just got to be too much. I was developing a lot of seasonal depression and struggling with that throughout my whole life. And I love adventuring, I love exploring, and with my festivals, I would travel around in my Honda CR-V little hatchback car, and I'd live in that during the summer when I was doing all my festivals. And I noticed that I was the happiest when I was sleeping in that car by the ocean. So I just figured, you know what, maybe I should do this more than part-time. And when I was looking for a van to upgrade for my business, because the CR-V was a little too small for my needs, I realized that people lived in them, and it just clicked and felt like exactly what I should be doing. And I had lived in vehicles prior. I lived in a Saturn Sports Coupe when I was a teenager in the winter in Alaska. Not fun, wasn't out of choice. But doing it in a van with purpose and intention and setting it up with a kitchen and everything that I needed completely changed my life. And I have experienced an incredible amount of happiness from this lifestyle.
Nice. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet and get to know you. Some of you may know I'm kind of grounded. My van's getting a transmission, so I've been staying where Lindsay has been staying, and it's been great to get to know you some more. And we'll try to show some of your art. Your latest kind of endeavor with your art has been designing these really cool stickers, and you've just got some deals going on with those, and I checked out your Etsy store, so maybe we'll take a look at some of those if anyone's viewing that's interested. You'd be supporting a very talented young woman that's got some very ambitious goals. And I do wish you the best, Lindsay. It's been awesome to get to know you.
Thank you, Brian.
Right on. All right, so we're going to look at Lindsay's stickers. You want to tell us a little bit about these?
Yeah, the stickers originally came from just kind of a love project for the people that I met on the road. And I just got to know so many amazing people that I wanted to create little art pieces for them, and eventually just turned them into stickers. And so this kind of area is the people that I first met. This is my friend Josh that I'm currently staying with. He is so special, and he really loves Tlingit art. And so this is the outline of his van that I did in a Tlingit style. And then this is my friend Rory. He loves traditional tattoos, and he's also a thru hiker from Massachusetts, hence the Mass Hole. That's his hiker name. This is made for my friend Nomi. She did pointillism art, and she also was a gardener. This is for my friend Justin that I met. He really loved the Grateful Dead and lived in a little Astro. And this is for my friend Benji, and he created custom VCRs out of his van. And so that's what the VHS van was from. The very first sticker I ever made was this bucket.
The infamous bucket. This is my favorite.
Just a joke amongst people, and if you live in a van, you definitely know what that is. And this one is one of my newest stickers, and it is "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised," and that's just kind of about empowerment for minority groups, and I did it in that 60s band poster style. It's also available in a print form. And then this girl over here, this is Miss Amanita, and she just does various activities. She's just a cute, chubby little mushroom girl, and people really like her a lot. She has her own Instagram too. And yeah, these ones down here are some of the paintings that I have done. This one is about RTR, the original one, and the cactus that is in it is prickly pear, and I had never seen purple cactus before in my life. It's like, oh my god, that is so incredible. So I did a painting about it, and just kind of my travels and what inspires me. And the stickers are so nice and convenient. Everyone loves stickers, and I can just create little quick art pieces, and people can put them everywhere. They're pretty cheap and easy to store. I keep them in a binder. But yeah.
Some more here. This is another one of my favorites. My bus getting sucked up by a UFO. And you have a recent deal. You can find your stickers at REI stores, right?
Well, so I recently got picked up by Dust City Wood Stickers. They're the only wood sticker company, and a lot of my art is being licensed by them. So it's a wholesale company as well as retail. So big companies like REI and a lot of outdoor retailers, Cabela's, are their clients, and they can purchase those stickers. I've yet to find out who's picked up my art yet, but they're available on there, and I'm putting them on my Etsy as well. Okay. These are two of them. These are on maple wood, and then I can grab my other collection of samples. This is my sticker binder. And this is how they come in this little...
Made in the USA?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is cherry wood.
Very cool.
And then these are the ones. These are my samples. Miss Amanita comes in wood now as well.
Nice.
They're a little bit bigger than the vinyl ones.
Very cool.
And we have a Follow the Sun sticker.
These are all printed on wood. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's that one. And then I think Josh's sticker looks really pretty on wood as well. And those are the two woods compared to each other.
Yeah. And you can find these on your Etsy store?
Yeah, on my Etsy store or on woodstickers.com.
Okay.
That's their website.
Great. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you showing us, Lindsay. I'll leave a link in the video description for Lindsay's Etsy. She's got some cool stuff up there. I noticed you've got some t-shirts and sweatshirts of this one in particular right now?
Yeah, of the bus abduction.
Yeah.
And this winter is the first time that I'm going to be going on the road and making money on the road with my art. Before, I've just been working in the summer and then living off of that. So this winter I'm planning on doing a lot more products, maybe some handkerchiefs that are screen printed in the future, and some more stickers. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's
I wish you the best. Thanks for sharing with us, Lindsay.
Yeah, thank you.